Welcome in, George. It's gonna be my color guy tonight. How you doing?
Great, thanks, Vaughn.
So looks like we got who's kicking off? Miami's kicking off. You can tell because Oklahoma State's wearing gray. There we go. All right, here's the kickoff. Deep into the end zone and going to be out. Touchback. And Oklahoma's going to start at their own 25-yard line. Got their freshman quarterback Garrett Ranhel leading the team out, supported by Jaden Nixon, the halfback. So we'll see how those two work together tonight. What are you looking forward to tonight most, George?
Well, last week, Ronhell had a huge game, just a monstrous game. He put his team in the top 10 of offense, and we're going to see how they respond on defense because Miami had a pretty strong defensive showing, only allowing 28 against Oregon.
All right, got trips to the left, one to the right. Ranhel fake. Nope. Cuts back inside. Going to get about 9. Yep. Nixon gets 9 on the play. And a nice first down start by the Cowboys.
Yeah, the Cowboys had an offensive explosion last week, 57 points. But Miami's defense is actually in the top 20 in the nation after just one game so far. So Miami starting off with defense, we get to see if Miami's going to continue with their defensive prowess, and can they get to the quarterback? Can they rattle that new guy? He's in only his second game as a starter, stepping in for last year's Heisman race candidate, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
All right, see what they do here. Very short. Second down and 1 at their own 30, like 4.5-yard line. Play clock down. Here's the handoff. Cuts back inside. Huge hole. Gets into the secondary. Brought down around the 47, 48-yard line. Another 12 yards for Jaden Nixon. What a fast start for him.
Yeah, Jaden Nixon has a little bit of swiftness to his game, and what's really great is that I think that he's an upgrade over Richardson. Richardson's actually getting a red shirt this year. That's what Coach told us last week. So he'll be back next year. But this year, Nixon's really been picking him up and putting him down for the Cowboys so far.
All right, they've been able to gash them two pretty good runs, 21 yards right up the middle on the read option. So haven't had a chance to throw the ball yet. See how the Miami secondary clamps down on the receivers. Again, trips to the right, pistol formation this time. Defense shifts a little. Play clock down to 5. 2. There it is. Ranhal, quick throw, screen pass out to the outside, gets the first down, runs over one defender, drops inside the 37 or 38-yard line. John Paul Richardson with a quick first down catch.
Yeah, really, really, just consistent target there for the Cowboys. John Paul Richardson, not the last time we're going to hear his name. Good thing they got him on the ground, though. And we got another play here just over, approaching probably field goal range. I think Rangel's got a good leg.
He loves those little quick screen bubble screens. Throws them both to the running backs and the wide receivers, so you got to be careful who's out there. It's one way to negate the pass rush, right?
For sure.
All right, got 2 backs in the backfield this time. Nixon goes in motion. There's a handoff. Another hole right up the middle. Runs over a guy in the second, 9 yards for Ollie Gordon. Another freshman on their offense, George.
What a nice contribution there from Gordon. I didn't remember calling his name in last week's matchup, but they had so much of a highlighted aerial attack last time where Rangel was really kind of locked in through the air. They're keeping the ball on the ground this one. I mean, John Paul Richardson, that screen pass is almost like an extended handoff with as much as they run in that precision they have.
Exactly. Get them out there, get those blocks quick, try and find a hole.
Yeah, and go to where the defense leaves, right?
Yep.
Go to the space they give you.
Setting up screen pass, got it. Tries to get to the outside. Nixon runs through one guy. He's taken down, picks up 6 on the play, though. It's going to move the chains again and be a first down as Oklahoma State gets down to the 22, just knocking on the door of the red zone.
Great patience right there to let that play develop. Sometimes you get the ball to them too soon, and the defenders really start to corral them and get him to the sidelines as another defender. But great job by Blades there. I think he's a second generation Hurricane.
All right. Get 2 to the right, 3 to the right, sorry. 1 to the left. Nixon takes the handoff and gets met right away and dropped for a loss of 1 on the play. Great
Yeah,
penetration at the edge, right?
I mean, what we got there is we got defenders in the backfield, and this thing's starting to go the wrong direction right there. Got to get it adjusted here on second down. Once Miami's able to pin their ears back and go, they become a really, really scary defense in terms of applying pressure to your quarterback, making you one-dimensional, and then throwing you into traffic. So, got to get back on the right side of things. Get back on schedule here.
All right, they got 2 running backs. Looks like a fullback back there, Green. Renhell making a change. Handoff. Nixon's got a hole. Splits 2 guys. Gets taken down. Going to be just shy of the first down. 11-yard gain. It's bring a 3rd down and inches. We hit the 4-minute mark in the quarter.
Man, nothing gets you back on schedule like 3rd and inches. Whole playbook is open. You know, they could get a first down and then still melt some clock here as they're really approaching the goal line. But really big run on second down. Jesus, 11 yards. Lovely.
Yeah, they've been finding a lot of holes. Other than that one -1 in the backfield, everything else has been close to 10 yards a carry. So you get 2 halfbacks offset, fullback and a halfback to the right. Motion to the left. Fake handoff. Renhell rolls out, looking, got a man, dumps it into the flat. He's open, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown. Just like that, Blaine Green gives Oklahoma State the 6-0 lead. Wow.
Crafty right there. Didn't think that he had the angle. The defender might have stepped into that one, but he ultimately tried to get Rangel tackled and vacated just enough space to maybe that was a sidearm pass that got up to him, Vaughn.
Yeah, he was stringing the defenders out. I think he was really baiting them to try and get him out there so he could just dump it off because there was no one covering that tight end, so it was an easy toss. And he used up half the quarter on that drive. So
yeah, we only had one angle on that throw, but he didn't really like loft it over him like in a lob type situation. He must have gotten that around the defender rather than above him. That was crazy.
All right, see how Miami responds here if they return this kick. This is going to be back in the end zone too. Yes, through the uprights, in fact. So Miami's going to get the ball on the 25 for their first drive of the game. And we'll see if they're going to be patient as well, if they're going to go pedal to the floor and try and score quick.
Well, Oklahoma State has 2 wins so far. The first win is that Rangel stays hot. Second win is that coverage doesn't become an issue as you kick it out of the end zone because Miami has really, really great return units, and they could do a lot of damage on returns, but that's not an issue here on this first possession. Miami, very balanced attack, maybe the best quarterback in the NWO. Some people believe that Tyler Van Dyke, is the #1 ace in terms of field general. So, we're going to come out here and see what happens.
All right, he's got Don Chaney, who's pretty amazing in his own right back there in the backfield with him. The guy does not go down. Here's a handoff, and they grab him in the backfield and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
What a big tackle. Linebacker stepped up that one through the gap, found Chaney before Chaney could even get going. The Hurricanes try to spread him out wide with a 4-wide look and then try to run up the gut, and it just wasn't there on that one. Linebacker didn't have any assignments to go anywhere else except for looking at the ball carrier.
All right, see what they do here. 2nd and long, under center this time. 2 tight ends. Smith in motion. Van Dyke drops, throws, tries to get the out route, and it's going to be batted down by the defender on the play.
Kendall Daniels. Yeah, Kendall Daniels is a love-hate relationship, Vaughn. That's the sophomore who is impact player for them, led the nation in interceptions last year, and dropped a big one at the end of the year. Drops that one right there. You see that he's in position, but sometimes he drops the ball. What'd you see?
Still gets credit for deflection, but yeah, you want that pick.
Yeah, you want to drop that. You want to shut the door on the possession right now, and then give your offense the ball back. They have to scramble to get their helmets and then come out on the field because they didn't expect to come out, on second down. But Miami's got a 3rd and 12 right here. They're giving a new life right here just to try to convert this, and they definitely are capable with Van Dyke.
There they go. You got trips tight to the right, one far to the left. Van Dyke drops, looking for a man, rolls out, feeling pressure on the left, dumps it up the sideline, incomplete. Just missed his man and the defender there. It's going to bring up 4th and 12 and our first punt of the game. Tough stand by Oklahoma State's D.
Yeah, so it started off on first possession. They tried to run the ball, had a TFL, that got Oklahoma State really, really going after their first initial touchdown. And then you had two incomplete passes back to back there. One was deflected. That one, the defender didn't quite get his hands on, but was still lurking in the area.
So low screaming line drive is going to be fair caught at the 40. So Cowboys are going to have a short field for their second drive, starting almost at midfield.
Yeah, I think they try to get that one angled and to bounce a little bit further in distance. Try to kick it away from the returner there, and the returner was able to get over there and get under it and keep it from bouncing any further. Great field position for Oklahoma State's second possession here. They're looking to threaten with this possession.
Going to get trips to the left, one far to the right. See if they stay with the ground game, or they're going to pass. Setting up a screen, dumps it out to the flat, and he's swarmed over and dropped. It's going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Nixon had nowhere to go.
Yeah, Jaden Nixon had a good gain on the ground on the first possession. This one right here, not really able to get started. That Miami defense really swarms. They got a lot of team speed right there.
Yeah, they stayed home. They weren't caught up in the fake, and they had multiple guys over there. It wasn't like one guy trying to make the tackle on them. They swarmed them over with 3 or 4 guys. So see how they respond. 2nd and 13. Same situation that Miami was just in themselves. So both these guys know how to play D really, really good, and you don't want to give them a long downs at all. Here's a run up the middle. Nixon's going to pick up 3, bring it back to a 3rd and 10, and they're going to have to throw it here.
Yeah, Nixon. So what he's really good at is like short area bursts, right? He's got a lot of quickness, mobility and stuff. He gets going quick, but even he couldn't quite get going all the way up to top speed right there. Just good coverage by Miami.
All right, come out. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Nixon in the backfield. Brunhell does give it to him, finds a hole, cuts to the middle, dragged down short of the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 2 right around midfield.
Really crafty run by Nixon, giving his coach the opportunity to take his choice here with what he wants to do. I expect a punt because, it's such a close matchup. Possessions are at a premium. Looks like the punt team's on, Vaughn.
Yeah, I don't really give Revamp a short field to play with. Make him go the entire length of the field. So here's an angle punt that's going to go out of bounds. See where it goes out. And survey says on the 19. Got it inside the 20 for his punter. There you go. All right, let's see how Miami goes here. That negative play really kind of impacted their last drive. So see if they can get some positive yards on 1st down and build their own momentum.
Yeah, so Miami on their second possession, look for them to have a lot more success than they did on their first. I'm just going to say chances are, they were able to score 28 points, so that's an average of one score a quarter against the Oregon Ducks team. So, I look for them to have more success than a 3 and out here.
And Van Dyke missed his first 2 passes. He should do better than that. Oh, he throws it the other way, and he steps out of bounds and lost 4. Romello Brinson just couldn't stop his feet and stay in. He had a whole sideline to run if he could stop, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, I think he had the right idea there. The screen was kind of sniffed out. Just ran out of this space on the second option there on the other side.
Yeah, I kind of think he did that on purpose. I think he set it up for the screen as the decoy and throwing back to that guy. Van Dyke throws over the middle. Brinson catches it, and they're going to drag him down, but not until he gets 15 yards and a 1st down from Miami.
Yeah, what a on the money just execution right there. The defender was lurking in the area though, so that becomes something that to watch, continue to watch here as this game unfolds. But big 1st down right there. Sometimes breaking that goose egg is the hardest thing to do.
Yeah, and he led him perfectly. Don't worry about sometimes they throw it back shoulder instead of front, and that's when it gets picked. So
yeah,
wasn't much room, but he fitted in there. As you said, Van Dyke's probably the best QB in the league, all-around quarterback, because he has wheels too. See what they do here. 1st and 10, closing in on under a minute now. Here's the screen pass. Chaney, he's got a lane up the sideline. Can they catch him from behind? No, he's up to the 40 to 35, cuts in, and dragged down at the 30-yard line. 39-yard reception. Don Chaney gets it going.
My God. He's just so explosive on.
He hit that sideline, and he was just gone. Luckily for Oklahoma State, they had some pursuit coming from the secondary.
Yeah, and he's super dangerous when he makes that cut back to infield. You know, like if you don't tackle him there, then he's for sure the distance.
Yeah, because he's that last line of defense, right? That safety trying to get him on the angle.
And you got one angle to do it right, and you got to watch that cutback. It's dangerous.
All right, you got two to the right, Gucci LaFleur to the left, one tight end left. Here's the handoff. Chaney tries to get outside, cuts back to the middle, squeezes through two
Wow.
of his guards, offensive linemen, I should say, and he gets 9 yards on the play. Looked like he had about 1 or 2 and ends up with 9, and they're going to go no huddle.
Well, somehow he is just showing how tough of a runner he is. Somehow he's just not. He doesn't go down after that first contact. That's yards after contact. It was beautiful.
Yeah, and they tried to go no huddle, but the game clock was too short there. It was going to run out before they even could get set. So 1 quarter in the books. Oklahoma State scored on their first drive, and the teams have traded punts since then. So let's see what we have here in the second quarter. Looks like Miami's getting a little bit of momentum going on offense, a little more success than they had, obviously, in that first drive. 2nd and 1, they pretty much run any play. And they're going to bring 2 tight ends in.
Yeah, absolutely.
One goes out into the slot. Here's the handoff. Chaney trying to get the outside on a sweep. All the way to the 10. Diving tackle missed, and
Holy
he gets
shit.
pushed into the end zone for a touchdown. Just enough to get inside the pylon. 21 yards for Don Chaney, and extra point away from a tie game.
What a fabulous run. Just a pure sweep to the outside on the 2 tight end side. You just bring all your big personnel and you just flank them to the right. I mean, that's just well executed. People got their block. And then in pursuit of Donald Chaney is a really, really tough ask. I mean, it's really, really difficult to do. And Jaden Daniels there, sophomore safety, had an opportunity, put a good hit on Chaney, but Chaney is an elite runner in the NWO, a Heisman race candidate himself, and he shows you why. He's able to shrug off Jaden Daniels' tackle and get into the end zone to tie this ball game up, Vaughn.
Yeah, he got to the edge quick. There was a big lane down there, and it was just, can somebody catch him from behind? And they almost did, but the tackle pushed him in. So tie ball game, 6 seconds into the second quarter. So pretty much have the whole quarter to go.
Great kick.
Touchback in the play.
Yeah, great touchback right there, Vaughn. I mean, it's understated. I know it comes to be expected from these kickers with the big leg like Borregales has, but it's really, really difficult because sometimes you have that input lag or sometimes you have that sigh of relief there. You don't get all of it, and you got to refocus, but he got all of it. So shout out to the defensive special teams there.
Yeah, the way the guys are in this league on the sticks, you really don't want to. And here's a quick bubble screen
John
to the
Paul.
outside. It's going to be 2 yards to John Paul Richardson. Yeah, the way the guys are in sticks in this league, you don't really want them running kicks back at all.
No, not at all. I mean, some guys are better at the return game than others. And some guys, you know, you could be the GOAT at returning, but your coverage is suspect, like straight up. Like, and I mean, honestly, it's where chaos exists, you know?
All right, 2nd down and 8. Miami's pressing. Here's the handoff. Nixon tries to squeeze through, picks up 4, and cut that distance in half. So now we got 3rd down and 4. And we'll see what they want to do. They haven't taken any shots down the field. They've been doing a lot of those bubble screens and runs. So very conservative so far.
Yeah, but you know what? That's A-okay because, you know, if you're getting first downs, you know, that leaves like less passing lanes. I mean, we got a really good defense here, Vaughn. You know, the 28 that Miami gave up is far less than what Oklahoma State gave up on their first game defensively. You know, Oklahoma State gave up at least, I think it was 38 that they gave up. You know, and had they been in a closer matchup where they weren't pulling away by 50, you know, where they scored 57 themselves, they might have given up more.
And Nixon got just enough to get the first down there, so move the chains. See what they do here on their new first down. Yeah, both these guys are just hard to play against on both sides of the ball. So
they make it really difficult.
And watching them play against each other, you know, this is definite chess, not checkers. All right, we got 2 to the left, 1 to the right, tight end to the left, and Was it
Miami.
Miami didn't like it? Yeah, they called their first time out because they didn't like the defense.
No, 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 no. That was a good call right there. Just the way that they were lining up, and then just what their assignments were looking like, Vaughn. It wasn't. It was a really good timeout right there. Really well used.
Yeah, first half, those are free timeouts. Just use them liberally. You know, they don't carry over to the second half. So if you need to burn one for, make sure you have the right defense called, you do it. Second half's a little bit different story.
Yeah, these guys are so good, Vaughn. One mistake really can be a house call.
Exactly. All right. Looks like we got 9 guys right there, 5 yards from the line of scrimmage. Here's a handoff. Tries to spin, bounces off a guy, gets his motion again, and he's
Jesus.
going to still pick up 7 yards. Nixon, I thought he was going to get nothing. Then I thought he was going to lose 5, and he somehow picks up 7.
Yeah, and the corner that was originally blown out of the play is able to somehow have just the right timing and angle to be able to bring him down after he wasn't tackled by bigger bodies. He somehow was tackled by one of the smaller ones. It's crazy.
Yeah, you hate that animation where you go forward, looks like you're going to get progress, and then bounces you back. There's another bubble screen. Oh, in the corner on the edge, breaks it up right away. No gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 4.
What a play right there by number 39, John Paul Richardson. That's his 3rd time that he's taken that little screen pass, and this time it's gotten less and less, each time. And that one, I mean, that was pretty much it, no gain on the play.
That was 9 Cloud, number 39.
Wow, that's a player's name I haven't heard before.
Yeah, he's got some names. Savage Smoke, and you know who. Furious Johnson, Chief doing dabs, Dark Spectre. It's Miami defense's all names. All right, here we go. Shotgun, 3rd and 4. Pressure coming, throws it, and it's being picked off right around midfield by Huff. Avery Huff, the linebacker, snags that pass and get our first turnover of the game.
I think the user was lurking right in that area, Vaughn. Looked like he had, a window to throw it into, but by the time he, got it there and, everything unfolded, right there in the area.
Yeah, Lou said in chat that Cloud9's 9 clouds after his Cloud9. Here's Van Dyke rolling out to the right side and steps out of bounds just shy of the first down. Picks up 9 yards on a play.
He's just athletic enough.
Yep. Keep that drive going. Don't make it a 2nd and long.
Yeah, we saw where he was trying to go downfield on that one. It wasn't available, and better than throwing it up for anyone to have. You got 9 yards out of it, kept the positive momentum. Drums are still beating.
Yeah, he's got wheels. He's not like 90 speed, but he can effective speed, get away from pressure, get yards when he needs to. All right, we got trips tight to the left again.
Yeah, he got a bunch there.
Van Dyke drops, looks, throws.
Oh, what a curl.
Out to Smith.
Yeah.
Breaks 1 tackle, splits 2 others, gets down to the 24, 16-yard gain by Keyshawn Smith. Nice catch and strong hands, way to hold on to it.
Great timing. You could see that quarterback's feeling a little bit more comfortable now. First couple of passes, they had some deflections, right, Vaughn?
Yep.
But those never became picks. So now Van Dyke is starting to warm up rather nicely now. 4 and 6. 4 out of 6. The first 2 incompletions should have been picks.
Yeah, I love when they play off like that. I'll take those curl routes, stop routes, whatever you want to call it, all day long if you're just going to give me those yards. All right. Got tight end fullback in the formation here off to the left.
Don't give Vaughn a free lunch, everyone.
Yeah, there goes Cheney. You get the outside. He's got a lane. Cuts back to the outside.
Too fast.
User tackle missiled.
Wow.
Misses, and he
Daniels.
broke 3 other tackles down to the
Holy
5.
shit.
19-yard gain by Cheney. What a strong run.
I had a feeling that he would get past the outside guy. The outside guy made that lunging hit stick tackle attempt. I figured he'd get around him anyways. But when Jaden Daniels is, when you're giving Jaden Daniels a piggyback ride and you just, throw him off you from behind, that it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But what an effort by Cheney. We've seen him just dominate the NWO now for multiple seasons.
He's got that combination of speed and power. Breaks tackles. He's got shifty legs too. He can juke you out. There's a power set. LaFleur spreads out.
Fullback on the same side as the tight end. Wide pitch.
He tucks it in, following his
Great
block.
blocking.
Into the end zone for a touchdown.
You saw the blocking.
5-yard. Yep. Nice little pitch play. You don't see that enough. And Miami, quick 13 points in a row. And got 3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the half. We'll see if Oklahoma State wants to grind out this clock because Miami's going to get the ball to start second half.
So Donald Chaney really explodes on the left side after that great curl route that we saw, Vaughn. And the ball gets lined up on the left hash. And then the Miami coach says, hey, we got all this space to the right side, throws the pitch out there in the strong eye, 21 personnel, and that gets it done. Tight end able to make his block in space after Chaney makes his wiggles. Impressive touchdown.
Man, there's an offensive lineman who really didn't block anybody until he got into the end zone. So there was so much room and blockers, he just had to pick his lane. All right, Oklahoma State takes a knee on the kickoff here. They're going to take the ball at their own 25, 3:15 left.
Well, I did see the special, the specialists, the fullback and the tight end that are, specific to blocking. They got it done. So it's a really good blocking up front.
All right, see what Roundhill does. He's got 3 to the right, 1 to the left, drops, plenty of time, dumps it over the middle.
Whoa.
4-yard gain by Presley. Big hit right away. There's a lot of traffic in that little area.
Man, there was 2 defenders right there, Vaughn. I mean, you had 2 receivers going in that area, but you had 2 guys that were also tied up right there. You see the difference between last year and this year. Spencer Sanders might have bailed out of the pocket and used his legs. Probably made the defense pay in that type of situation. Rangel, he's going to hold strong right there, try to deliver the ball. And he's 7 for 8. He's had some success. Just they've been a lot of short gains.
Yeah, we haven't seen him run out of the pocket yet today. So
right.
Here's the handoff. Nixon following his blockers, gets the first down, pushes out to about the 38-yard line. Nice run, 9 yards.
Yeah, great run right there. Maybe could have made a move and gotten even more out of it, but you love to see him follow his blocks, get in that hole, show the quickness there, short area quickness there that, Richardson is going to, have to watch some tape of this guy. Nixon's he's a good explosive back.
Yeah, he was very patient, followed the blocks, didn't, speed burst right away. And he's going to get another one.
What a call. Oh, wow.
Pushes off through 2 defenders. He's going to pick up 9 on the play. It's going to be 2nd down in inches.
God, I thought that was going to go for a lot more, Vaughn. You had 2 outside edge defenders outside of the left tackle, and they were completely out of the play. Now, Nixon does completely forklift one of the defenders from Miami, and that slowed him down just enough for those 2 outside edge players to get back to Nixon. Other than that, he would have been gone.
There. Get 2 receivers to the right. Handoff. Cuts up. Outside. Down the sideline.
Holy
gets
shit.
around the guy.
If
down
he gets
to
this
20,
angle right.
To the 15, to the 5, and down
What
to
a
the
big
3-yard line. Allie
Holy
Gordon.
shit. Yeah.
This is a freshman, folks. Allie Gordon, 49 yards.
I could see now why Richardson has a red shirt. You have 2 guys that are probably being more productive at this point than Richardson was. Richardson was a solid receiving back and had hard nose, in between the tackles running. But the explosiveness that we've just seen from the last 2 guys, Nixon and Gordon, getting it done. And really settling down this offense as they have an opportunity to score right here.
And now he's going to eat a little bit of clock here because we're under 2 minutes. Try not to score too quickly. Here's Nixon trying to find a hole. Gets dropped. Lost a yard on the play. Should put him back around the 4-yard line as we approach 1.5 minutes left in the first half.
Yeah, I thought he was going to follow the center right there. But, it's kind of like a guessing game. It's like middle linebackers, the running backs. It's like a tale as old as time. Like, what hole are you going to find me in? What hole are you going to be at? Trying to play head games right there, pre-snap and then post-snap.
All right, they're going to spread them out now. They got 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Nixon in the backfield. Defense adjusting. Here's the handoff, and he comes right around the edge and drops him. Was that smoke? Yep. Came all the way around. That was a user tackle. Got him in the backfield. All the way back to the 7-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and goal.
Love the execution. Love the call on that one. They did anticipate a read option being called there. Looked like he had to hand it off to the back, and there was 2 tacklers there. Well done.
All right, spread them out again. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. See if quarterback quick throw. Caught and touchdown. Is that Kalen Shetron? I'm sorry. I didn't see the number right away.
Oh, good call, Vaughn. I mean, Shetron right there. I mean, we're calling guys' names, I think, for the first time. I don't know if we called his before, but Man, that was really well done. He's standing on the line, kind of, turns and faces, maybe like a basketball box out right there, just using your big frame. Get the defender behind you, just like getting a rebound, right? And got it done right there. Oklahoma State answers back Miami. Now Miami has to decide whether they're going to go try to get some points out of this as they have 2 timeouts left, or what their game plan here is.
And the kickoff goes to the uprights again, so they'll get it on the 25-yard line. That was a great play because there was no time for the coverage to get him, no time for the pass rush to get to the quarterback. It was just half a step and a quick throw, and he was just right over the goal line. He just had to catch the ball.
And fortunately for the offense, there was nobody in that area. There was no lurkers there or anything like that. The defender was a little bit too deep into, he wasn't defending the line. He was defending more of like the back of the end zone. So, fortunate right there.
All right, Van Dyke dropped plenty of time, steps, throws, got the out route.
Oh.
Out of bounds right around the 37-yard line. Keyshawn Smith, 13 yards on a first down to 39 seconds.
The ballerina move out there by Keyshawn Smith, toe tapping several toes in bounds right there. I thought that was going to be an incomplete pass, Vaughn. I thought he was really kind of forcing that ball. Yeah, I'm totally wrong on that one. Well played.
He needs about 25 or 30 yards to get in the field goal range, and he does get the ball at the start of the second half. Van Dyke throws, and he throws it away.
Yeah, that was a pass, Vaughn, that I thought both of the last 2 passes were not very good passes. The last one, the Keyshawn Smith kind of saved the day with what he did as a user and what he did as just a playmaker there. But on this one, he didn't quite have the same skill level by that receiver, and he wasn't able to bail out the quarterback.
All right, so they just burned 4 seconds off the clock. No big deal. Second down and 10. Van Dyke drops. Pressure coming from the right, up the middle, throws, caught. Restrepo breaks a tackle to the 40,
shit.
35, drags down right around the 30. They were trying to strip the ball out, but he held on, got the first down, 33 yards.
Vaughn, that's a monstrous first down that gets you in field goal range, potentially touchdown opportunities here, multiple of them, as it's now a first down just outside the red zone.
He still has 2 timeouts, 26 seconds and counting. There's a quick throw.
What an out route to Gucci LaFleur.
Catches and falls out of bounds. We'll see if they actually gave him credit for falling out of bounds or not. But
the good news for Oklahoma State, Vaughn, is that Gucci LaFleur went out of bounds. We've seen him catch that ball so many times, make a move on a defender, and race up the sideline. But I think the clock's running, Vaughn.
Yep, down to 20 seconds.
We had this situation with these users before, Vaughn. I don't think the coach recognizes it.
No, I don't think so either.
I don't think so, Vaughn.
13, 12, 11.
Time is really ticking down here.
Rolling, looking, throwing. Corner
Holy
of the end zone,
shit.
Caught and touchdown. Romello Brinson, 16 yards. Puts Miami back on top. 7 seconds left, and they're going to get the ball right back.
God damn, Vaughn. I have experienced this before with these 2 teams and these 2 coaches, and it absolutely is like deja vu. Last time, Revamp went out of bounds, and it should have, been a clock stop. He didn't notice that the clock was still running, and this is the second time this has happened, that the next play was a touchdown, and it's just, it's insane that this has happened again, Vaughn.
And that he was so calm and just found the guy open, hit him open, just inside the goal line for the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, if that's an incomplete pass right there, who knows if he runs another play for a touchdown or if he just settles for 3, as he would have realized that so much time is ticking off. And he would probably thought, hey, what the fuck? Like, where's all my time? Because when Gucci LaFleur went down and out of bounds, maybe he went down. Maybe they called him down instead of out of bounds. But it seemed like there was about 30 seconds or so left, Vaughn.
Yeah, the way he just sat down. I mean, obviously he got the first down, so the clock was going to stop. But I thought he sat out of bounds.
Out of bounds. I thought they gave him out of bounds.
Credit.
Right.
So let's see what Danny does here. He has 3 timeouts. Not that it matters. He's only going to have maybe 2 plays.
Yeah, I think this is a situation where you don't even try it. But, hey, who knows? Anything can happen.
See what his QB's arm looks like. He's a shot down the left sideline. It's going to be batted down by Curtis. Malik Curtis gets the hand in there.
That is so much fun, Vaughn.
There's 1 second left to get another shot.
That is so much fun. I I was thinking, don't throw a pick right there. You know, the EA is gonna hate you if you throw a pick. You know, this quarterback's been red fucking hot all season. You know, like, well, it's only like been 6 quarters of play so far, but you know, don't throw a pick on his name. You know, but that man almost fucking came down with that.
All right, empty formation, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Stepping up, he's got a lane right up the middle. He's just going to run, and he's not going to slide down. He's going to dive forward. Randall picks up 18 on the play, his first run of the game, and that's going to take us to halftime. What an entertaining 2 quarters it's been already.
Yeah, you don't necessarily like your quarterback taking those hits, but he goes to show you what kind of player he is, laying it all out there and putting it down on the field. You know, just fearless, tireless guy. Definitely the right guy at the helm. You know, after they had the decision-making process of the offseason of deciding who they would go with, they got the right guy behind the wheel right now.
Look how close these stats are. 7 first downs, about the same total yards. Miami has 141 passing. Oklahoma State has 149 rushing. So the total yards are about the same. Time in possession is more than 2 to 1 in favor of Oklahoma State. Look at 2 for 2 in their red zone. So the difference in this half was the pick. That turned into 7, and Oklahoma State scored quick enough to give Miami one more drive at the end. Look at Ren He's only got 45 yards passing. He's been doing a lot of those dump passes, screen passes. Like to see what his arm really looks like.
Yeah, he did throw the interception. You know, there was a user lurking there with double coverage, but you know, other than that, I think he's played a pretty good game. Not having the game that he had last week, you know, but he's also playing probably the top defense, question mark, but probably the top defense in the NWO. So, you know, I can't really, you know, criticize or judge too much because it's a tall glass of water to drink, taking on the Miami Hurricanes defense here on the road.
All right, here's the kickoff to start the second half. Another one pounded deep down the middle and through the uprights. And again, Miami's going to start on their own 25-yard line. And they're looking to make this a 2-score game pretty quick.
Yeah, I mean, so Miami, you know, kicked the ball in the first half, kind of got hit in the mouth, you know, after taking a few jabs. You know, Oklahoma State on their opening possession went down the field and scored, you know, mostly with the ground game, couple passes, but mostly on the ground game. And they absorbed all that. You know, they survived that. You know, they had an initial 3 and out, you know, so it was looking like it could have been, you know, 7-0 or 14-0 as they almost had a pick themselves too. But, you know, they've came answering back. And this has been a theme now in the first 2 games for Miami.
All right, Van Dyke, empty set, throws. Brinson catches it and gets dragged down right around the 39. Another first down play, another first down catch. That was a weird formation. They had bunch tight, and then they had receivers wide all the way out on both sides. And he found the guy open beyond the sticks. Gets him all the way out to the 38-yard line. I'm just not used to seeing Revamp not run the ball. He's been throwing so much this year as opposed to in the past. But
yeah, I think he tries to be balanced. That's when he's at his best. But Donald Chaney is formidable in the pass game.
All right, we got 2 tight ends set here. Van Dyke under center. Adjustments made on both sides. The fake drops, looking, throwing, caught Arroyo, breaks a tackle, and dropped right around midfield. 12-yard gain, and that's another first down for the Hurricanes.
Yeah, and Vaughn, you know what? I think I got to call back to what you just said a play ago. I think some of Miami not running the football as much in this game is that one of the first things, you know, for the coaching philosophy for the Oklahoma State Cowboys coach is stop the run. I think he wants to stop the run defensively more than anything else. So if he's showing you a look that's going to stop your run that you have called, you're going to audible out of it and get into a pass.
All right, Parrish comes in motion. We got a Wildcat here. Chaney trying to get the edge. There's a
oh, shit. If he would have – oh, shit.
He broke a tackle and gets cleaned up after that. 2-yard gain. Yeah, he had a huge hole to get to on the outside. They're lucky there wasn't a block in the back there.
I mean, shout out to the user for setting that edge so wide and forcing Cheney to adjust and readjust, take a little bit of a different attempt than what he wanted to. You know, he wanted to go in that straight line. He wasn't able to because the edge was set so wide out, and they just kind of spread it out further, and, you know, that got your job done. Well done.
All right, back to the 2 tight end formation. Snap, plea, cuts the outright Arroyo again. Oh, he tried to do step back.
Yeah, he did.
Got bodied out of bounds.
Got absolutely bodied out of bounds. And you know what's so cool about that is that Arroyo's open once again, but damn, that contact came quick. If the contact continues to get there quick, that might eventually turn into a pick, Vaughn. You know, these windows getting smaller and smaller, they might eventually work themselves back into another interception opportunity if they keep closing on the receivers.
Yeah, I didn't realize this. Arroyo is their second tight end behind Al Pimpchino. So those 2 tight end sets, Arroyo must be the better receiver and Pimpchino a better blocker. Van Dyke dropping, looking, throws it out to Cheney in a flat little screen pass, and he gets swallowed up and dropped. Still manages 2 yards on the game. 2 yards on the gain.
Yeah, he gets up really frustrated there, slamming the ball down. You know, try to make a little wiggle move right there. It got hit hard by multiple defenders. They really slowed him down on that one, Vaughn.
Yeah, they've covered most of those screen passes today, so they've done their homework. Everybody knows. One thing I haven't seen today is a counter by Cheney at all, so I'll wait and see if that ever shows up. All right, again, tight end left, fullback left. LaFleur comes in motion. Quick drop, rolling to his right, looking, throwing, standing. Smith just standing there flat-footed. Hit me. Caught it for 12-yard gain and another first down.
Yeah, he was like one of those, like, you know, those old school football movies with kids where, like, they're just standing there waving their arms. He was sitting out there for a long-ass time. But the defender, Vaughn, he got to him really, really fast. The next time they might jar the ball loose, and if they continue to close like that, they might be able to step in front of one.
Yeah, it's at least a second or third little curl route that he's run and been wide open in the process. All right, got trips tight, bunch formation left. Defense rolling that way. Got a man going in motion to the right. Play clock down to 6.
Got an audible,
shift.
yeah.
Play clock down to 3, 2, 1.
Barely got it
gets
off.
Cheney to the outside, juking back inside. Fights forward, picks up 4 on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 6.
He fell forward for 2 more, Vaughn. He shouldn't have gotten 4. Jesus Christ, that man is difficult to stop from positive momentum. Even when he's hiding behind his tackle, he just drops down and gets 2 more yards out of that. That should have been a 2nd and 8 instead of a 2nd and 6. But a good job by the defender right there. And nice job by the offense to actually get that ball off. That came close, though.
Yeah, that was about a half a second. I was ready to call the delay there. And that's the good old NWO fall forward for at least 2, if not 5. I think you guys train all your running backs to do that. All right, that same bunch formation to the left. Smith way to the right. Oklahoma's shifting their line and their DBs over to the left. Play clock down to 4. Van Dyke drops. Got a man over the middle. Caught Gucci. Just enough for a first down. Move the chains, and I think that's going to be inside the 10, so it's going to be goal to go.
Man, they're really smelling it now, Vaughn. It's gonna be a big ask to stop these guys this close down here. They got multiple targets. They got Gucci, right? They got Pimpchino. They got Cheney. Van Dyke is athletic enough. Like, it's gonna be a tall glass right here, Vaughn.
And they've burned over 3.5 minutes to start the second half, so they've already shortened this second half considerably. All right, we got 3 to the left. Tight end to the right. Smith goes in motion. Back to the right. Play clock down to 5. Versus back to the left. Down to 2. Here's the handoff to Cheney. Jukes it back inside. Breaks a tackle and right into the end zone. Holy crap, what a run. Faked out 2 defenders. He had that outside run shut down and somehow managed to wiggle his way in. Almost untouched.
All that window dressing made just enough eye candy for the defenders to take bad angles right there. I mean, we got contact on Cheney at least once that I saw, possibly twice. 93 had a chance to come across from the backside and just blow that up. Looked like he went for the strip instead. I'm not sure. Maybe Cheney's just that fast. He was only able to get his hand on his elbow. But not going to bring Cheney down that way. You got to get him in that center body. And Cheney in the end zone once again on a run.
Yeah, very patient. 9 plays, but 4 minutes and 1 second. Great drive by Miami to eat all that clock, stretch it out to a 2-score lead, and effectively bring this down to Oklahoma State's going to have to score, get a stop, and score, and see how much time's left.
Well, Oklahoma State has had a couple explosive plays themselves, Vaughn. You know, they can get down there quick, so entirely possible. You know, we saw that huge, monstrous run by Gordon, I think it was, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
48 yards. Yep.
Yeah. Plus, you know, Rangel, he's able to, you know, put this in spots where his guys are able to run with the ball after.
All right, here's Rangel. Stops, throws down the sideline. Got hit as he threw, and the ball's going to get batted down. Double coverage there, and he didn't get the best throw off because he got bumped. Pressure came straight up in his face on that play.
Yeah, just a little bit off of completing that pass, but you see just how dangerous it is. I mean, the wide receiver went up for it. He's got the athleticism to go up for it and over the top catch it. Just didn't come down with it, but that could have easily been across the 50 with a big completion.
All right, and this is where Oklahoma State doesn't want to be, where Miami's just playing shutdown coverage and trying to get a pass rush here. Here's the fake. Rangel, read option, gets to the outside, gets a first down, missed tackle, is down the sideline to the 50, pushed out of bounds at the 46 or 7-yard line, 29 yards. Huge play, and that's going to be a first down in Miami territory.
I love it. Use Miami's aggressiveness against them. What you saw them do there is you saw that you called it, Vaughn. They wanted to bait them into a throw, and Oklahoma State wasn't baited into it. In fact, they kept it on the ground with the quarterback that time. First time I think that's been called tonight. And he was able to make some moves, and then when the defender was there to hit him, made another move away from him too.
Yeah, it was the first designed run, because the other one that he had was the very end of the first half when he just took off because there was a lane up the middle.
Yes, vacated
Right.
space, yeah.
Miami's crowding the line. There's a shot down
That's
the sideline.
touchdown.
He's got a man open down. He breaks a tackle at 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaden Bray, 46 yards. That's the play they needed. Quick score. There's still 2:25 left in this quarter. And now we got a ball game, guys.
Yeah, Jaden Bray, I think the scouting report on him is that his father was a boxer because that's how he learned how to take a hit, and his mother was a hurdler, and that's how you see him finish that play. What an explosive answer for Oklahoma State. They answered in the third quarter, Vaughn. There's still plenty of time on the clock. All they got to do is get a stop, and they'll be in position to tie this one up.
Yeah, it was. They hadn't shown any deep shots all game, and knew they're going to have to throw the ball down the field beyond the sticks. They couldn't just grind out another 3.5 minute ground game touchdown.
Well, look,
you're running out of time.
Well, look at the situation when they were expected to pass the ball. The defense threw everybody in coverage, so they ran the ball, and then they said, "Oh," the defense said, "Okay, they're running the ball." And no, one-on-one, you beat the press, run the streak, and that's where you throw it over their heads. So the chess match is on.
All right. Now Oklahoma State needs to stop here if they want to get this game tied up. Quick throw, batted down. Hit him in the hands, and he dropped it. Actually could have been picked off the rebound, too.
That's Kendall Daniels right there. Should have his second pick on the day. Should have multiple tackles on Donald Cheney. That man needs to step up and make a play for his team. He's going to have several more opportunities as there's 9:21 left in this game. But, man, he's got to start making those plays.
All right, so see how Miami goes here. They had a long, sustained drive to start the half, ate a lot of time. Now it's a one-score game. They're dropping and throwing. Out route, Smith's got it.
Oh,
step back. Oh, and then he...
turf monster, Vaughn. Turf monster.
I was gonna say, did he pull a hamstring doing the step back because he's stuck and falling forward?
I think his shoe exploded, Vaughn, and the cleat just. I mean, what was that? I mean, it's a beautiful step back to make the defender go flying into the Gatorade table, and then the second guy, he doesn't even have to hit him because he falls on his own.
Yeah, looked like somebody staggering out of a bar at 2 a.m.
Holy shit! Look at the pass rush, Vaughn. Somehow gets it off.
Oh, and he gets dropped right on the 34-yard line. Yeah, pressure came in. He had a man right over the middle, hit him quick.
They sent the house right there, Vaughn. They were getting pressure from the middle. They were getting pressure from the outside. And Van Dyke definitely barely got that ball off as he was about to take a sack or a strip sack. And that didn't seem to affect his throw at all. I thought he might have gotten hit while he threw it. But that was a, big completion, making the defense pay right there as they vacated the middle.
Yeah, he just stood there in the pocket, took the hit to get the play off.
Crazy. Last couple plays were crazy, man.
Here's Chaney trying to wiggle through the middle. He does. He's going to get another first down.
Fumble! It's a turnover. It's a turnover. We are even on the turnovers, Vaughn.
Wow.
Chaney just absolutely trucks some dude with his shoulder and then leaves the ball on the ground for the defender to pick up. And now we have the opportunity for Oklahoma State to be able to answer back offensively and tie this game up. They haven't been tied since the beginning of the game, Vaughn.
Damn. He made a great run, wiggled through, got the first down, and then all of a sudden got hit before he got his knee down. Here's a handoff. This is Gordon again. Gets to the outside. Man, he is shifty, and he gets up to top speed pretty quick, too.
Miami played that defensively very well. They had the outside set. They had the inside set, Vaughn. That was unbelievable wiggle from Gordon, and he was one broken tackle away, one slightly different angle away from that being a house call. Unbelievable.
He just runs different. He's nice and easy and smooth. It doesn't look like he's running very hard, and he's just wiggling through the holes. And then when
look at the chess match here. We see an adjustment right there. A lot of guys by the line of scrimmage.
Pressure coming, rolls, stops and throws, tried to dump that off, got blasted in the process, but it's a second down and 10.
The speed of Miami made all the difference on that one, Vaughn. Most of the time when you get out of the pocket like that, you are free and in the clear, but not against Miami's defense. They have defensive speed on those edges of the defensive line right there that somehow is able to make a miracle contact right there. It forced him to pass, and that was an ugly-looking pass.
I'm going to have to ask Danny about
showing blitz here again, Vaughn.
There's a drop, looking,
what
dumps it off,
and
a diving tackle.
Led Jaden Nixon right there, Vaughn. Didn't throw it behind him. If he would have thrown it behind him on his front hip at all, it would have been picked off. Threw it on the rear hip right there, able to throw it in front of him, and a diving tackle is what keeps him from getting possibly a first down right there.
Yeah, it was a great diving tackle there.
Yeah, that definitely stopped the first down right there. Nothing else was open, though, Vaughn. Good read right there by Ron Hill.
All right, see what they do here. You got trips to the right, Braid to the left, Nixon in the backfield this time.
Hobie.
Here's the handoff. Nixon tries to get to the outside. Gets popped and dropped after a 3-yard gain, bring up 4th down and 5.
That's Blades Jr., Vaughn. He made a huge tackle earlier in the game, and that was a monster tackle.
They're bring up 4th and 5 at their own 41. We're under 30 seconds left in the quarter. And we'll see what they want to do. They're going to punt or go for it.
I think you got to kick this one. I mean, you got a lot of momentum here, but Miami's really gotten the momentum back, especially with that hit. If you have the right play, you could stay in it. If you don't like this look, you could try to audible out of it and then maybe try to take a penalty and just kick.
All right, play clock down to 7, game clock down. They're right on.
I think the quarter's going to go out first. I'm not sure. Maybe the play clock.
Oh, there we go. Ron Hill throws. Oh, it's batted down. Doesn't matter. It's a turnover on downs.
We saw a similar drag play work for him earlier, and it didn't work right there. Miami's going to get outstanding field position already in Oklahoma State territory. I think he had the corner route to the X up in the end zone, but it had to be a number 3 ball where you just loft it over the top, instead of a bullet fire pass. You have to really, really put some air on it, get a rainbow pass going. It's got to be over the defender or nowhere at all, maybe an art punt type situation. He went for the short receiver, and the defender was able to jump that. Bad ball.
All right. Miami trying to stretch this back out to a 2-score lead. Quick out. Smith's got it again and pushed out of bounds. He's been living in that spot all day long. See how quick Miami wants to go.
Yeah, usually it's Gucci LaFleur getting that type of action for the Miami squad, but they like this matchup on the front side a little bit more, where the quarterback's able to, not have to throw to his backside, and they're just getting that one off quick over and over to Smith.
All right, 1st and 10, down to the 29-yard line now. See what Miami comes up with here. Van Dyke, that one put him over 250 for the game. Same formation with the fullback. Tight end to the left.
Play
Quick
action.
throw. Tim Chino gets it. He's down to the 10.
Yeah.
Step back and into the end zone for a touchdown. His first catch of the game is a huge one. 29 yards. Touchdown makes it a 2-score game just like that. Took him 2 plays.
Great ball by Van Dyke right there, Vaughn. If he throws it on the wrong hip, that's an INT, and the defender did go for it. But that took him out of position when he went for the interception. Couldn't get the tackle right there, and then a great step back.
Oklahoma State had a guy almost 10 yards offside on the play.
I saw it.
All right, 2-score game, 6:32 left. Oklahoma State, whether they score quick on this drive or not, they got to get a stop. And then make sure they have last possession of the game. Miami needs another stop here, and they can just melt the rest of the clock out. Make it really tough. They have a freshman quarterback, which means his ratings are not going to be as high as they will be in a couple of years. There's a kick out of the end zone again.
Yeah, at this point, Vaughn, 14-point lead. It's not out of the realm of possibility to climb back into this one. It's going to take 2 very quick scores and a very quick stop, or an onside kick return, which, is completely unreliable. But you've got all 3 timeouts. You just got to score quickly. And no matter what, from this point forward, just remember it's a non-conference game. And, you're just trying to make positive plays. String them together. Stack them up.
Get yourself ready for another possible championship game. Here's a deep shot down the sideline. It's going to be caught. Oh, he dropped it. Defender pulled it out of his hands at the last second. Had a step on him, but the ball couldn't get far enough out in front. Stay away from the defender.
I hate that animation. What you see right there is a defender who is beaten by multiple steps, somehow become a fucking fire hydrant and tank and knock the ball out with 2 feet on the ground. I don't understand it.
All right, here's the handoff, and going to be little, I was going to say little no gain. It's 1 yard for Nixon because he fell forward. But he had a little bit of a room because if he could have got away from his own offensive lineman's butt. But he ran into it, took all his momentum, and down he went. So bring up 3rd down to 9 from their 26 as we're closing in on 6 minutes left in this game.
4 down territory, obviously, from here on out. A couple different approaches that couple coaches might take.
And they're bringing everybody down within 8 yards of the box. Angel looking, throwing, out route, caught.
What a dot.
At the 40, up to the 41, 42. Shetron, big 15 yards to convert on 3rd down.
And that user defender was running as fast as he possibly could. And like slow motion, the ball is just beating him inch by inch. Crazy good throw right there.
All right, Miami's pressing all the way across the board. Ronhill pressure, Bales throws.
Yeah.
Caught. Oh, he breaks a tackle. He's up to 47-yard line. 5-yard gain for Nixon. Thought it was going to be one of those animations where he catches it, comes backwards, and loses yards, but he pinballed off the defenders and got some positive out of that play.
Good call there, Vaughn. I would have liked to see him go over the top to the X receiver right there, was running, had a step on his streaking route in the slot. But you got to be sure of everything that you do right here in the crunch time. So we'll see what they do on 2nd and 5.
All right. Empty backfield, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. This is not Ron Hill. It's a different quarterback. Deep shot down the sideline is going to be caught at the 25 and down to right around the 19-yard line. Schechter on 34-yard catch. That was Stephen Rice, the JUCO junior, came in. Must have a deeper, better throwing arm.
Coach breaking a clipboard on the sideline right there. Didn't really call it that way. The corner didn't run side by side with him at all. Looked like he's standing near the line of scrimmage.
And Ron Hill's back in at quarterback. Quick drop, pressure in his face, steps up, tried to get through the line.
Holy
Jukes
shit.
one guy, back to the left. He's going to go all the way in
Jesus
the red
Christ.
zone at the touch. Oh, they put him down at the one. Bad spot. That was a touchdown, boys.
Tell him, Vaughn.
My goodness. He's
Tell
got
him,
3 carries
Vaughn.
for 66 yards.
Yeah, they're rushing to the line of scrimmage. He's going to be tired. He was just out of the game. Here comes the blitz.
Quick throw, nice. Oh, and he doesn't score.
Such bullshit.
What is with these animations? That was a
Such
great
bullshit.
little screen pass to the running back. He had pressure. 3 guys right in his face. Barely got the ball off.
He did a great job to get that ball off as the run commit mid was coming howling at him. Now we're burning a lot more time in this situation. Good thing Oklahoma State has 3 of the timeouts in their back pocket.
Yeah, he's lost at least 30 seconds. At least 30 seconds for those 2 plays, maybe more. Now they're going big. 3 tight ends, fullback, handoff, straight up the middle, touchdown. And we're back to a 1-score game. Jaden Nixon puts that in. And it's all going to be on it's on Miami. It's not on Oklahoma State. It's on Miami. They got to move the chains. Don't get in 3rd and longs. Don't give Oklahoma State to get a pick.
About how many first downs do you think it takes to ice this game?
They just need to get in field goal range. They need to get down to about the 35. So what is that? 25, 15, so 40 yards. So essentially 3 or 4 first downs. Kick a field goal, take a 2-score lead, and that'll be it. Because if they can chew the clock while they're doing it, get the ball back with about a minute and a half left with 10-point lead. They just need a field goal.
Well, to get a field goal, you're going to need a first down.
You're going to need 40 yards. So 3 or 4 first downs, depends on how many yards you get on those plays.
By the time you get a field goal from 3 or 4 first downs, you're probably icing this game clockwise.
Yeah, exactly. You'll take it down under 2 minutes.
So 3 or 4
State,
first downs. Got it.
They still have 3 timeouts, so they can save some time here. Van Dyke, quick throw to the outside. LaFleur gets it, breaks 1 tackle, dragged down, picks up 13 on the play. There's the first down.
Yeah, they love to do that so much. They force you to get your numbers over to one side of the field with the trip set, and then they go back to the lonesome dove over there on the other side.
All right, play clock winding down, close to 4 minutes left. And come out in that 2-receiver, tight end, fullback set, strong right. Van Dyke drops, pressure in his face, throws, dumps it. Oh, and it's almost picked off on the play. Wow. That middle linebacker, man, that was, who was that? That was 34. I can't see who that is.
Yeah, he made a big TFL earlier in the game, but Vaughn, that first started with the tight press coverage right there on Gucci LaFleur on the left side. He was looking to get another out route going there. And then the second level defense was able to get, the second layer of defense was able to get pass rush pressure in the middle and the edge by the Cowboys right there. He was facing down gnarly pass rush in 2 places. He had to get rid of it. The rest of the coverage was sewn up tight, Vaughn.
All right. Miami's forced to throw again.
What a hit.
Over the middle. LaFleur gets 5 yards on the play. Big hit, but more importantly, clock still rolls. It's a shorter 3rd down.
Yeah, that first down and second down didn't take too much off of the clock. This one is definitely going to burn more of it. But got 3 timeouts here. Oklahoma State looks like they're going to hold on to it, Vaughn.
It's at the 42, so that's 8. That's 18. So, yeah, he needs about 23 more yards. Be the outer edge, I guess, of his field goal range, but that would make it a 2-score game. There's LaFleur way over there on the left again. Van Dyke drops, looking, he's got a man over the middle, goes scrambles up the side anyway.
Oh, shit.
Gets the first down the sideline, and slides down at the 46-yard line. He had a man standing in the middle of the field wide open.
Yeah, Vaughn, the scramble was definitely the decision he wanted to make. I want to know, where's the block in the back call right there? That defender got blocked in the back. Way to keep it alive. Cincy, be quiet. That was a block in the back. Everybody saw it.
All right, play. It's down under 3.5 minutes left. 1st and 10. Here's the first counter play by Chaney all day. Rides one of his offensive linemen, picks up 3 on the play. More importantly, makes that clock run. I'm going to wait and see when Oklahoma State's going to start burning their timeouts. Got 2nd down and 7. Man, if they get a negative play on this play, he might consider it because we're going to be down close to 2 minutes otherwise. Like I said, pressure's on Miami. They got to move the ball down, get in field goal range, and ice it, make it a 2-score game.
It'd be a monstrous kick right here, Vaughn. I don't know if they can make it from this far out.
Stopped out by Smith.
Shit.
Outside of a tackle, gets dragged down right around the 25, 24-yard line. Man, he has owned that spot all day long.
He's owned that spot, but once again, it's the concept of getting a lot of bodies out to one side, getting that man out there on an island, and then taking advantage of the out route.
All right. Inside the 25, right around 2.5 minutes left. Got their 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Pimpchino's in a tight end. Brinson goes in motion, right to left. He's just burning that clock down.
Yeah.
Play clock. Here's Chaney. Cuts back. Oh, with a little wiggle there. And he almost broke through those tackles. Gets down to the 20. Gain of 4 on a play. He's going to make it 2nd down and 6. Very patient run.
There was no way he was breaking those tackles. He's just lucky that he didn't fumble the ball again. But he is a great runner to thread the needle right there. You know, it looked like the play was designed maybe to go to the outside. He cut it so well. I mean, getting positive yards, and they're just killing the clock at this point.
Yeah, we are now under 2 minutes left. 2nd and 6. He's going to have to burn one after this play. I don't know. I mean, he gives up a field goal. Those timeouts are irrelevant. So he needs a negative play here. He needs a sack, strip, fumble again, interception, something.
Yeah.
Miami's burning this clock up. Play clock down to 6, 5. Chaney got a huge hole, gets the 1st down, runs through the defender, gets inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal down at the 9. He's just shy of 100 yards on the ground. 8-yard average. Look at that.
8-yard average. I mean, those are actually pretty favorable numbers for Oklahoma State. Donald Chaney is an electric runner, and to hold him to under 100 this deep in the 4th quarter, just a really big statement by their defense, coming out holding a very good offense in Miami down.
All right, back to the 2 tight end set. Handoff again. Chaney wiggles, pushes, tries to find a hole, gets down to the 5, 4-yard gain. Be 2nd down from there. Down at 1:30 left in the game. Clock is rolling.
If his crazy legs would have somehow found daylight out of that, I would have been furious.
And Oklahoma State burned 1 timeout. Elect not to use one here. I don't know if they're hoping to give up the score and then get one quick and try to get the onside. We'll see. Back to the 2 tight end set. Looks like the user wants to come off the edge there.
Yeah, just in case it's a read option.
Yep, defensive line shifting. Down to a minute.
Could also defend the counter run that way.
Pimpchino goes in motion. Here's the handout. Chaney to the outside. He's got a lane. Oh, runs
Holy
over the
shit.
linebacker. He had a lane to go right
Holy
to the
shit.
to the flag. Instead, he ran through the defender. Used his
Jesus.
shoulder to his head, inflicting damage.
Ridiculous.
13-point lead now with 51 seconds left. Wow, it looked like a speed bump.
Oh my God. Get the piss cups ready. I think Donald Chaney is going to piss a quart, not ounces, but quarts, and it's going to all be dirty. It's going to be cloudy as hell. That's ridiculous, Vaughn.
Yeah, he's got the speed to get there, and then he just decides to punish the defender, thinking he's going to tackle him.
He definitely was shot out of a cannon right there. I mean, the defenders were definitely set up well for a counter run, for a read option. But ultimately, maybe even a draw. But ultimately, it was a sweep all the way to the outside, similar to a big run that he had, going to the right earlier in the ballgame, I think in the first half. But Jesus, Von, the way he put his head down and just trucked that defender. I mean, that had CTE written all over it on both sides.
I'm laughing because it was just a funny animation. He had the lane to go right to the end zone, and he took he actually thought, no, I'm going to run this dude over and punish him, and he did. All right, see what Oklahoma State can do here. 51 seconds left. They need 2 quick scores. Swing pass to the outside. Graves caught, dropped, and they're going to call timeout. 45 seconds and rolling. The JUCO quarterback Stephen Rice in there. No, they're going to go no huddle. Try and save those timeouts. Players are slow to get back to the line. Snap. Rice rolls hard to his right.
R1.
Looking downfield.
Circle.
Got a first down. Steps out of bounds. 6-yard gain. Stops the clock. 29 seconds left. Yeah, you pretty much got to hit one of the next 2 plays to have any shot. Because you still have to have time for the onside kick, right? And that's going to eat up some time. Yeah, they're gonna have to leave themselves at least 10 or 12 seconds after they score. All right, Roundhell's back in there. He's got trips to the right. Throws over the middle, caught over the midfield, down to the 48-yard line. John Paul Richardson, 16 yards and a first down. No timeout. They run back up to the line of scrimmage.
You know who right here with the user play. Looking for a user interception right here. Trying to bait every way he can.
Steps back. Pressure coming from the right. Up the middle. Throws it deep down the left sideline. Oh, and he dropped it to him in the hands at the 14-yard line, and he drops the ball. Wow.
That's the kind of night it's been for the Cowboys.
Wow.
They dropped multiple interceptions today, Vaughn. If you had a count on this VOD, you know how many interceptions each defense has dropped, I would say that Oklahoma State's dropped more than Miami has.
He put that ball right where he needed to. A lot of height to it. Dropped straight down into his hands. Avoided the 2 defenders, and he dropped it. All right, Rice steps up and breaks a tackle, trying to get the outside, trying to get the first down. He fumbles.
Yep.
Presley picks it up, and they're going to have to call a timeout. There's 11 seconds left. I don't think there's enough time to get the score and the onside kick. So,
you calling this one, Vaughn?
Yeah, I think this one's over. He might have had a shot if that guy catches the ball, because now they're down to the 14-yard line. Get a quick throw, a little out route or a curl route in the end zone.
Well, the computer's really stupid, Vaughn. So if he loses by 2 touchdowns or by 1, it makes a big difference in the rankings.
All right, Ron Hill looking, throws down the right side and batted down. It's going to bring up 4th down and 3 with 6 seconds left. One more shot.
Not able to find the one-on-one coverage on that ball, on that attempt.
Now, I know from personal experience, it feels like Revamp has 12 guys in his secondary because there's always 3 around the ball wherever you throw it. All right, empty set. 3 to the right this time on the short side. Ron Hill looks, scrambles hard to his left, straight back, and tries to throw it away, and he gets sacked for 19 yards, and that's going to be the game, guys. Inconsequential sack, just a loss of rushing yards and a sack for a defender on that play, but what a game.
Yeah, to say the least. Jesus. You know what? I got to say that for an NWO championship rematch with a lot of players on both sides, that was a lot of fun to watch.
And they had some changes too, especially on offense for Oklahoma State. So I'm sure they're still trying to figure that out. I'm sure they'll get that straightened out before the end of the year. Didn't throw for a whole lot. They had a lot of passes, but not a lot of yards. And it shows there they had 208 yards rushing, but they just couldn't stop Revamp. Basically, they couldn't stop him out of the second half on the kickoff, and he ate over 4 minutes to start the half. That was huge. So let's get these guys in here, talk to Pimp, and see what he has to say about this game. Welcome in, man.
Oh, boys.
So I'm still not used to you running the ball so infrequently, but you did get a lot of really good runs out of Chaney the second half. The guy's he's not the biggest burner, but he's not the strongest back, but he does just enough to never get taken down and always wiggle and find it. So I saw you slinging a lot with Van Dyke, but Chaney, 4 touchdowns and 14 carries. Tell me how you think he did today for your Miami Hurricanes.
Chaney's obviously the guy we're always going to try to run our offense through. last year he had a spectacular season, but I mean, playing against Sausages, he knows I love to do the counters. He always keeps a guy on the side that I have Cheney on, so it kind of negates a lot of the plays I like to do with him, and he's just a really good user that can read the plays. So I mean, for him to only run the ball 14 times, man, yeah, it's not just putting us in positions, but he made the most of those runs. I'll say that, except that one. But you know,
So you had two other guys that I haven't called a whole lot over the last year or two, Keyshawn Smith and Elijah Arroyo, your backup tight end. He had two really good catches to extend drives, and Keyshawn was just killing them with those little curl stop routes over there on the right side. And I think he kind of took Gucci away from you, and Keyshawn just, got those yards you needed to keep your drives alive. Was that just something because he was taking away Gucci, or were you just using Gucci more of a decoy this time because everybody knows you love to throw to him so much?
yeah, I think a little bit of both. I know Sausages had a guy kind of zoning and user creeping over on that left side. Everybody knows I like to do out routes and kind of curls and stuff. So I think, like you said, a lot of it was just, kind of just using Gucci as a decoy-ish in a way, and then throwing it where the defense wasn't at. I mean, there was a couple times though where, as much as I say, there was a couple times where I should have thrown picks. So
Well, I think that was both teams. Yeah, there was a lot of interceptions that were knocked down. George just mentioned that there's probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 picks that probably could have been had. I don't know how many deflections are going to be there for both teams. There's 4 right there by Miami, and Oklahoma State had 3. So there's 7 picks, and I bet every single one of those could have easily been picked. So, I guess both teams, it could have been a whole lot different game if we had that many interceptions. I'm going to turn this over to George and let him talk to you for a little bit. Go ahead, George.
Vaughn, I appreciate that. Thank you. First of all, GG's coach. What
appreciate
did?
it.
Yeah, great game. What did it take for you to settle into this game as this game started to unfold, and of course in its own thing. But then also, like, how does it compare to last week and how your team came out last week versus how your team came out today? How did it feel?
Um, I mean, honestly, I think I was talking to Jimmy and Lou beforehand. Like, I've been sick as a dog all day today. I don't know if it's like some stomach bug or what. So, honestly, I was kind of dreading playing this all day. But I think once my adrenaline kind of kicked in, I know I'm going to feel like shit again here in a minute. But once my adrenaline started kicking in, I started feeling it. And, once I start vibing and shit. But obviously, it's every time I play Sausages, it's a damn chess match slobber knocker. I don't know how Cheney fumbled. There's no forced fumble by Oklahoma State.
I don't know because on that play, all we could see was the pile, and then all
Yeah.
of a sudden it had the thing pop up and saying it was a turnover. So we never actually saw him fumble the ball.
All right, well, coach, do you know who you're playing next week?
Uh, Brusso.
All right, what are you thinking about that matchup going forward here? You be able to protect this quick start that you got to season 5?
I mean, it's the first 3 games. Every game is a tough one, but first 3 games of the season, I think, are 3 of the hardest defenses or just tacticians. So it's gonna be tough. Brusso gives everybody a good matchup. No matter what roster he's got available, he always seems to make something work with what he's got. So, and he's another player that he's gonna key in on what I like to do, and he's gonna try to take out specific things to make me go elsewhere. So we're gonna have to be on our A game.
All right, coach. Well, I appreciate that. NWO coaches, you heard it. The first 3 matchups are the hardest. After that, he's smooth sailing, going undefeated.
I didn't say that. Damn it.
Hope you feel better.
Let's get Danny in here.
What up, boys?
Hey, that was quite a game. You had that big long drive to start the game. You had the big long drive to start the second half, and in between, we just had some stuff that typical NWO that you're just like shaking your head. Tell me about your freshman quarterback. Saw that he completed a good number of passes, didn't get a lot of yards because most of those were those swing passes, dumps over the middle, whatever, till you had to get late in the game. But the dude had 3 carries for 66 yards. I know one of them was at the end of the half, and he's just taken off because there's nothing open. But tell me about him. Um, seemed like you were a little hesitant to go deep with him at the start of the game and run with him, and then once you started running with him in the second half, he had 3 really good runs.
Yeah, I mean he's good. He's got a good enough arm to carry us. It's not about we're scared to go deep. It's you can't go deep. Like you can't we can't get any separation. I don't know if we gotta go to the track team and go get nothing but 98 speed kids, but we're not separating away. Um yeah, sure, here and there we'll get the out routes. We actually protected the quarterback a lot better this game. That one sack was my fault running around at the end. But it was just the fact that we can't put anything deep. The one time that we did get a great deep ball, we scored on it, but he was in zone, so it doesn't really count. It wasn't man to man. It's just we put that swing route, so his corner kind of has to see it. But other than that, I mean, he's accurate. He's got a great arm. I fucked up on the interception. I pressed the other button. I kind of button mashed it because I saw it pop open. And then, yeah, I mean, I put him in that interception situation.
And one thing, we're going back to like 114 left in the third quarter. Your quarterback did something, and you just started laughing on camera. I think he was trying to roll out, and then he went back to try and throw, and then it was a weird animation. And what was that laughing about? Because he looked lost on that play.
I mean, it's the game being the game. You're literally rolling to your left. It's like a routine situation. You just pick up your arm and float it out there. And for some reason, Rangel, being the manic Hispanic he is, he had to do a 360 throw, and it is what it is. It's hard to get any separation, and we got a little bit there, and I don't know what the fuck that was, but it was one of those throws that we wish we had back. But honestly, I didn't have to scramble out, and I didn't want to take off running. I didn't because he was in man, so I was like, nah, I'm just gonna dump this one off.
I'm going to turn this over to George. I know he's got some questions for you.
We had an offensive explosion from you in week 1, 57 big ones. I think you actually would have had 63, but you started to coast there and hit the brakes, not wanting to make it too lopsided. And this one, where did it feel that your team started to kind of struggle in this one?
Miami, man. They're young, they're fast, they're strong. I don't know. There's not a lot we can do against that defense. We ran the ball okay. We didn't run it as good as we wanted to. It was just that fourth down that I fucked up on. We were one drive away and just got a little greedy on it. But as far as that, after that fourth down,